All right, good morning everyone. I am Misty and this is Dinner on a Dime, and today we are going to go over my grocery hauls for the first week of November and see how much we've spent so far on groceries for the month. So I'm going to come around. I'm going to show you this in segments because I actually have stuff from 3 different stores and I kind of want to go over what I found at each store and let you know the prices, and then we'll add it up. I'll give you a total of what I spent for week 1 for my family of 4. Now remember, I am a stock up shopper. I like to buy the things at the lowest price and then utilize them throughout the year in my house. And so my grocery hauls may look very different than what you do in your home. But remember, we all have to pick our method of shopping that works best for our family. And stocking up at the cheapest price is what works best for mine. All right, so went to Walmart the other night. I had to pick up a couple of things for my husband. He is on another business trip this week out of town again. And so while I'm there, I do not sleep on the clearance aisle at all. I know where the clearance aisle is in my Walmart. It is closest to the toy section actually. And sometimes you can find some really good markdowns over there. You just have to trek all the way across our Walmart to get there. And so I went over there and looked, and they had these Kodiak muffin mixes. Okay, these are the double chocolate muffin mixes. These are really delicious. They have 14 grams of protein per serving of these muffins. Now, yes, they do have sugar in them and all of that good stuff. The calories aren't bad, but it's good for my son who does competitive sports and things like that to give him a little more protein in it versus just eating a cupcake or a standard muffin for breakfast. And so he was super excited that I was able to pick these up. They are normally $5.72 a piece. So we used to eat quite a bit of these, but the cost just kind of got too high for our family to justify it. These were marked down to $1 per box. They are good until June of 2026, so we have plenty of time to use these, and they're a dry mix, so they can go past the expiration date if we didn't use them by then. So 3 boxes of muffin mix for the kiddo for breakfast. Now, this is the deal. This is the deal right here, okay? Don't sleep on walking around the store and look for clearance buys, or join some websites where people post clearance deals that they find. I belong to several Facebook groups where people will post if they find something. This was actually posted on a local page, not even a grocery page, just a local to me, Waxahachie page. Someone put up, hey, if you want a good deal on cream cheese, go to Walmart tonight. They have it on a manager markdown. We're just trying to get rid of it. This cream cheese, okay, Philadelphia cream cheese. You guys know how expensive cream cheese is in 2025. These are the 2-packs. They are normally $5 at my local Walmart. These are all good until February of 2026, okay? So I did buy 6, 12, 18 2-packs of cream cheese at $1.50 a box. So that makes it 75 cents a piece for name brand cream cheese. Now, we are going into soup, stew, casserole, baking season. I have no doubt that we will use up the cream cheese before February because I'm also going to share it, okay? I'm going to share it with family. I'm going to share it with friends. We all cook. We can all utilize cream cheese here in the fall, winter season. If for some reason we get to February and I notice that I haven't used it all, you can freeze cream cheese. The only thing is you want to use it in like a casserole or a soup when you pull it back out. You don't want to try to do things like frosting with it because the consistency of it will change a little bit once it is frozen and unfrozen. Okay, so this was an amazing deal. I am so happy about this. You know, $5 a box times 18 boxes, that's quite a bit of money. And for this and this, I only paid 27 bucks. Okay, $27 all in here. Now, that's quite a bit up front for cream cheese, but when you think about it, that's, you know, only like the top layer of this normally. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, not even the whole top layer, right? It would only be 5 boxes of this, and I got 18 of these plus 3 of the muffin mix, okay? So good deals there, good stock up prices. I'm gonna pause you, I'm gonna reset with the next grocery store, and then we'll come back and see where we're at after that one. All right, guys, so I've got store number 2 set up for this week. This is my Tom Thumb grocery haul. I'm going to show you, I bought mostly groceries and then a couple of non-grocery items. I will go over those items with you, but they are not included in the grocery budget of this video, okay? Just putting that out up front. So I did my parameter walk that I always do to look for 50% off deals. My son was out of lunch meat for his lunches. He prefers ham. Look at this amazing ham. This looks so good. So this is the Primo Taglio ham. It was, again, 50% off. And it looks great and amazing. And so this is normally $9.99 and I got it for 50% off. So that's gonna go straight in the fridge, and that is going to be for his lunches starting tomorrow because he took the last of the ham with him to school today. All right, then for myself, I picked up the Dietz & Watson hot honey chicken breast. I've been wanting to try some of the things on this hot honey trend. I've never had any of it, and so I thought this was a good way to try it. This is normally $7.99, again, 50% off of that price. And so I don't need lunch meat right this minute, but I'm gonna be going back to work very soon. I have multiple job offers this week, and so I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. It's an exciting time. And so this is gonna go in the freezer. That'll be great for lunches for me down the road. So I'm literally just gonna pop it in the freezer real quick and then we'll continue with the video, okay? So I did a little bit of stock up deals because the rice-a-roni and the Knorr sides were all 77 cents a piece, a limit of 12, and there is a fetch reward for it, so you get some of that money back in points that then you can trade in for gift cards, okay? And so I did that. I did 2 of the rice-a-roni stir-fry rice mix, and then I did 2 of the beef flavored rice mix, because I think my family will enjoy something with a little flavor more than they would just plain rice all of the time. And so I stocked up on those. Then I did on the Knorr sides, because the Knorr ones is where the fetch reward is at, okay? Not the rice-a-roni. So pay attention to that if you're going to try to do like the fetch deal, okay? I got 2 of the chicken flavor rice. I got, it's gonna fall over, 2 of the Spanish rice. Again, all of these were 77 cents at my local store. 2 of the Knorr Alfredo noodles. This makes such a quick, easy Alfredo. Just throw in some like rotisserie chicken that you pull off the bone and you're good to go for dinner. And then 2 of the chicken flavor Knorr noodles. I'm not sure what I'll do with those yet, but I figure for 77 cents a piece plus the fetch deal, we will find something to do with them. We've made the rice mixes before. They're really good. So we will definitely utilize all of this, and that'll be a good stock up deal for us. The groceries were $30.20 total. Most of that, of course, being the meat that I purchased, but that's okay because that's gonna be lunches for a good while for me and my son. Now, the things that I bought that are not included in that total was 75% off of Halloween items. And so I got these cute little mini cookie cutters. So in my house, we have a rule. I make Christmas cookies homemade every year. We use every single cookie cutter we have, regardless of what season they are for. And so these will be really cute to add in. You can have like a witch Christmas cookie or a bat Christmas cookie. We like doing silly things like that. And then we don't care what our cupcake liners look like. We just use them when we make muffins or cupcakes, and the kids kind of get a kick out of, okay, what season did we make this time? So we'll just use them whenever we use them. So I got 2 of the little bats. See if you can see that, bats on the orange. And then these are cute little skeleton ones. I got 2 of those because, again, they were 75% off. So it made these items like dirt cheap. And so these will just get added to the big bag of cookie cutters, and then these will just go in the pantry for when we need them, okay? So I'm gonna pause the video again. I'm gonna go put up the Tom Thumb stuff, then I'm gonna bring out what's out there, and we'll see where we ended up for 1 week of groceries for our family of 4. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I've got you set up for the third part and final part of this grocery haul. So this part of the haul came from a store in my area called Foodland. I don't go there very often because it is kind of, I don't want to say it's a rough part of town, right? I live in a small town. There's really no rough part of town, but this store has been robbed before, and I'm kind of cautious shopping there depending on like the time of day and how many people are in the store and stuff like that. So I'm just giving you background. Like, it's not a store that I go to all of the time, but the other day I was there midday, you know, it was light outside. I wasn't so worried about like what could happen while I was in the store. And it is a store that I like to go to and just kind of walk the aisles. You never know what good deals you're gonna find there. They don't really put out a huge sales circular. It's like a one pager, but I like to just go peruse and see what I can find and get myself into trouble with, because that is your impulse buying, right? But like I said, it's a store that I'll do that occasionally because I'm usually not in the area at a time of day where I feel particularly safe going into this store. And in fact, I will say this, it is a store that the gas station that's in the parking lot, police tend to hang out there. So that's just kind of how it is. I don't know why. You know, it's a small town and there's really no bad area, and yet this one corner seems to have more trouble than everywhere else. So let's see what we got. They had bay leaves in the packages like this instead of in your plastic containers for 50 cents a piece on a markdown, a temporary markdown. And so I did get 4 of them because again, we are going into a season where I will be using it for Thanksgiving. I'll be using it for Christmas. I'll be using it for Easter. I know that I'm gonna be using bay leaves. And in my house, we don't stick to turkey just for a Thanksgiving meal, right? We can have turkey whenever we want turkey if we find it on a good deal, and bay leaves are great in turkey. And I will tell you, bay leaves will stay fragrant and good for a very long time. And since these are in sealed packages, I'll only need to open one at a time, put them in the holder that I have for them, and then they'll stay fresh even longer. So that was a really good buy right there. All right, it is my favorite season is what we're going into. We are having one more kind of like reverting back to summer through today, and then we're supposed to have 2 cold snaps back to back, and then we should be done with Texas summer. We'll see. This is kind of the yearly cycle of we go in and out of summer several times, but we should be getting into soup, stews, chili, casserole type season. And so I did go ahead and stock up on chili mix because I haven't had a chance to use it all year because it's been too hot. And so I did get 4 boxes of chili mix because they had it on a markdown. Let me see on my receipt because I don't remember how much it was. It was $2.79 a piece, so that saved $1.10 per box. And so boom, chili mix done for the winter season. I picked up 3 things of the green manzanilla olives with pimentos. I love olives when it comes to like, I have to have some on my plate with Thanksgiving and Christmas because that was tradition growing up. And in fact, when anyone comes to my house for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're like, do you have the green olives? Yeah, I got the green olives. And so they were on markdown as well. They were marked down to $1.79 a piece. And so I went ahead and picked up 3 of those because now I will be good. These are good until 2028. So I will be good for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter for sure. Okay, crackers were on sale. Let's see how much the crackers were. $1.50 a box, so that saved $1 a box on crackers. So I did go ahead and get crackers because again, chili and soup season, right? Okay, how do you eat your chili? Drop in the comments how you like to eat your chili. My husband is definitely a Fritos and cheddar cheese in his chili all day, every day. He turns it into a Frito pie every time he eats it. I grew up on what my family calls Texas chili, which is crushed up crackers and ketchup in our chili. And so I'm curious to see what other people do for chili toppings. So leave that in the comments. Let me know what you do with your chili, okay? Am I the weird one? Probably. All right, spaghetti sauce mixes. I went ahead and stocked up on 6 of these because these are great to have on hand to make lasagna with. If you don't have any jarred sauce to make a quick lasagna, this will work in a pinch, okay? I've done it a million times with this, and they had these on markdown as well. So you got 2 of them for 89 cents. So that's a really good deal. And so I did get 6 of them to stock up in my pantry area. So that'll make some easy meals down the road. And then same thing with their beef stew seasoning. It was also 2 for 89 cents. And so I went ahead and picked up 6 of those as well. Now, these are good for over a year. So if I don't use them all this season, totally fine. We've got next season we can use them. The spaghetti sauce packets are good until 2027. So we got a couple of years we can work off of those if we don't use them right away. So you guys have heard me say on this channel a million times, I'm sure already, that I like to stock up on the good deals when I find them so that I don't have to pay full price for them later. And part of that is paying attention to making sure the products that I buy are dated out pretty far, because that way I don't have to worry about it. I know that when I pull it out, it's gonna be fine. And things like dry packets, I'm not even gonna worry past the expiration date, okay? They will be fine. All right, so spent $26.87 at Foodland. So where did that leave us for week 1? My grocery budget for my family of 4 is $100 a week, $400 for the month. I keep it simple like that. If there's 5 weeks in the month, I will usually either try to do a no spend week on the 5th week, or I'll do a very low spend on the 5th week of the month, okay? So we had $27 at Walmart, $30.20 at Tom Thumb, $26.87 at Foodland. That is a grand total of $84.07. Now, I want to address something real quick, because I know I'm going to get a comment on this, okay? Someone's going to say, well, you didn't buy any vegetables, or you didn't buy any meat this week, like meats to make for dinner. Okay, stick with me on the channel here, you guys. I buy meat when I find it at stock up prices. In fact, there is a video I just put up the other day on how to save 50% immediately on your groceries, and most of that was a meat stock up. I do have my inside freezer that's with my refrigerator. I have a small pull-out drawer freezer in the garage with our garage refrigerator. And then I have what I call the Mega Mama freezer. It is one that I bought at auction. I got it fixed up, and it is a commercial size double door freezer in my garage. Okay, so I promise you we have meat. It's just I only stock up on things when I find them on amazing deals. I do not pay full price for meat. You're not going to see that on this channel. Okay, so stick with the videos. Canned goods, fruit, vegetables, you're going to see them, just not in this particular haul. Okay, I've got some things coming for week 2 of November that are going to be more in line with those type of items. Okay, so just stick with me. I know it's kind of a weird way of shopping if you're not used to it, but only shopping sales and deals and stocking up on things saves my family a ton of money and keeps us eating really well on a low budget. So that's how I do $10 dinners every night, is because I stock up on everything at its lowest price point, and then I don't have to pay higher prices later. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's week 1 of November. Again, $84.07 for my family of 4. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell if you haven't already, so you get informed when new content pops up. And again, don't forget in the comments to let me know what you do with your chili. Do you like crackers and ketchup? Do you like Frito pie ingredients? Do you like onions in your chili? And here we go, let's get real controversial. Beans and chili, yes or no? And kind of give me like what state you're from. Don't give me your address, okay? But give me what state you're from and if beans are allowed in chili or not, okay? I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.